Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I am so glad you guys are here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today is the first day of a massive, and I mean massive, makeup collection declutter. I have in front of me right now really kind of almost 3 categories, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm starting with almost like the way you would put on makeup. This is going to be a big process. I have a huge collection of makeup. It's more than anybody can use. This is all stuff that I purchased with my own money, one way or the other. I've got so much money invested into this. However, the stuff has an expiration date. So we're gonna go through and try to cull this down. My goal is a quarter, maybe a third of what's in each of these categories so that I can make better use of what I have, keep the stuff that's worth keeping or what's worth revisiting, not just I need to buy this from because I want to do a video of a particular brand, which a lot of this stuff, that's the reason why I got it. I wanted to do a video of this brand, so I bought everything that I could find to get a face full of makeup in that brand, and then I've never used it again. And there's literally no reason to keep onto it, especially if I've had it for years. At this point, anything that is more than 2 years old, please, please, please help me get rid of it. And then also styles changed, right? So sometimes I'm all about the glowy, beautiful, glistening looking skin. And then other times I'm like, oh, that's actually highlighting wrinkles and things that maybe I don't necessarily need to draw a spotlight on. So I'm going to try to go through this. I hope you guys stick with me. I hope you guys like this kind of content. If it's not therapeutic to you, if it stresses you out that you see all this money that's just getting wasted, I feel you. There's a reason why I've had all this for so long. And a lot of that is because I bought it. And when you buy something, it's like you think you need to keep it and use it all up, kind of like, you know, when you go out to dinner and you need to eat everything on your plate because you're buying it. So along with that, we're gonna try this red. There are some products that I've never used. I gotta make a decision whether I'm actually gonna use it and I need to keep it. I've got some things that are well used and well loved. There's certain products that I barely use. So do I need all the things for that particular category if I don't ever use it? First up, we're going to start talking about is color correcting. And I don't usually do a lot of color correcting. I don't have a huge amount of redness on my skin, maybe a little bit around, you know, broken capillaries around my nose. Occasionally I'll get a breakout, but they're not usually red. So I don't need a lot of things that are going to cancel out the redness. I didn't bring it in here, but at that Dr. Yartz, whatever it is, that's like the green stuff to cancel that out. I have that. I didn't bring it in here. It's in with my skincare stuff, so I didn't bring that in here. But as far as the other color correcting goes, I'm gonna show you what I have, and then we can go from there. So I'm still organizing. I've got a couple of these Dragon Beauty color correctors. One of them is in bright orange. This is far too dark for me. There's literally no reason for me to have this, except for that it came in a subscription box, and I've had it since then. Another thing that came in a subscription box is this pale lilac shade. I know I'm gonna make a huge mess of myself. This pale lilac shade of concealer, I'm putting a little bit on right now on the top of a big sun damaged splotch on my hand to see. And I think if I layer it up enough, I get it to cover up, but I still get this kind of gray spot poking through. I don't know that lavender or lilac or whatever this color is really going to work for me. Let me see what this is supposed to do. All right, so the lavender colored skin corrector, it looks like it's supposed to cover up dark circles and redness. I don't know if I should keep this. Purple color corrector, which comes in pastel, lavender, and lilac shades, is typically used to neutralize yellowness in sallow skin and help even out the warmer spots within your skin. I don't think that's gonna work for me. If I haven't needed it by now and I don't know what it's used for, I'm gonna say we just need to move on. Okay, I do have a Believe Beauty Pretty and Primed Color Correcting Primer. I don't remember why I got this one. It might have been I was at, and I don't live anywhere near within hours of a Dollar General. And so every time I go into one, I end up picking up one of the Believe Beauty foundations or, you know, some other products if it looks good. This, I think, is supposed to be like the Dr. Yartz where it's green. However, it feels like almost like a tinted, not a tinted, but it feels like a moisturizing primer. I've just rubbed some on the back of my skin to see what it's going to do. And it feels like a very nice, cooling, moisturizing type primer, but I'm not going to use it. Gotta get rid of it. I'm over 3 so far. Here's a couple of these products I actually do really like. This Flawless Bright Concealer, I use this as kind of like an under eye brightener, lightener, color corrector, if you will. And I actually like these. I've got a couple of these. They remind me of the Touche Eclat ones from Yves Saint Laurent, but they're certainly a lot cheaper because they're e.l.f. I've got a couple other ones too, because I went through on a kick and I bought a couple of ones. I have one that's a photo ready from Revlon. That's this one right here. And then I also have one from Maybelline that's the Master Camo Radiance. Both of these are a little bit more on the peach color, which I really appreciate as an under eye brightener, lightener. This one, oh yeah, I have opened it up here. So this one is, I think it's lighter than that one that I already tossed from Dragon Beauty, but okay, here we go. See, that's where I've got right here in the back of my hand. It is just too orange for me. I don't need anything that dark. Time to say sayonara. Okay, this one though, this is the Revlon Photo Ready Color Correcting Pen. And this again is a little bit more of an apricot-y kind of color too, but it's light enough that I can wear it underneath my eyes and it does what I need it to do. So this one I'm actually keeping. Yay for one that I'm keeping. I have another one from Jecca Black, Liquid Color Corrector 2.0. I think this is too orange too. Let me look. Oh, and it's all, I don't know what that was, but this, how do you, are you supposed to shake up tubes like this? I would think to shake up a jar, but that came out in like a chunky mess. Gross. How about I'm not putting that on my face? We're just gonna get rid of it. If I don't love it and I haven't been using it, we're getting rid of it. I am keeping this e.l.f. one though. I have another one that I think might be in a travel bag right now. The one from LA Girl, this under eye color correcting, both of these are unused and I really do like them. I think I'm gonna put one in a travel case and then one I'll just keep, maybe I'll keep it in here for filming. Maybe I'll, yeah. Anyway, this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition. It says it's a concealer, but to me I use it underneath to kind of minimize some of the dark circles. So we're keeping those two. This is another one that I really liked. I feel like some of these now I'm getting into the stuff that I actually want to keep. The Milani Supercharged. This is by far my favorite. This is an under eye primer, tinted concealer is basically. It's a brightening under eye tint. I use this again for a little color correcting. So this one I really, really like, the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Treatment. Can highly recommend that for a drugstore version. Now I have this one from Becca and it's like a corally peach color and it's supposed to be a color corrector, but man, it is awfully thick and emollient. This one's called Peach. Backlight Tone Color Corrector. I don't know. It goes on almost like a lip gloss or maybe a cream blush. It's so thick and emollient. I don't even know, and so you really have to rub it in your skin to get it to not be sticky. And it's a little too orange, I think, even, or a little too dark even for me. I mean, as it's sitting on there, it's feeling okay-ish, but I don't like the consistency of it, so that one's going away. Now that I look at that, I do have two other Becca products. This one's Smashbox Becca, because I think Smashbox bought Becca, right? This one is in medium, and I think this is a duplicate for the one I already have. It hasn't been opened yet. Yeah, so that's the medium. It's almost like an under eye concealer versus a corrector. Under eye brightening corrector. Same diff, right? And I got that as a backup. This is the original one that I have, and this is almost like a light pink shade, and I've really enjoyed this actually. It's weird because this one, the consistency of it doesn't bother me as much, even though the other one is more of an orange and this is much more of a pink shade. I don't know, for whatever reason, when I applied this one with a brush, it seems to go on better. So this is, I think, a little bit older. I don't think it's too old where I need to get rid of it though. So I have it in kind of a light pink color, and I've got it in the medium, almost like a concealer color. I'm going to keep both of those. And then this is the one from, it says by Drew. I think this is the Drew Barrymore. It's not really Flower Beauty. Yeah, this is the one that says by Drew on it, and I feel like this is supposed to be Drew Barrymore, but I know her brand is Flower. This one doesn't say anything about flower on it. This one is one that I've actually really enjoyed. It's a combination of maybe the last two. It's not really a peach colored corrector, although the shade is light peach and it's not really pink. This one, and again, they work really well with a pot. Wait, does it say? Oh, it says Flower Plus CBD on it. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. This one's light peach. This one might have to go in a travel thing because if I lose it, if I forget it somewhere, it's not gonna be the end of the world. I do like it. but I think I've gotten rid of at least half of these so far. I've got 2 other ones. I've got a NYX color correcting palette. It says Conceal, Correct, Contour, Camouflage. I've never used it necessarily as a contour, but I think this shade might be your contour shade. This one, actually, you know what? I don't mind this. And this is actually significantly newer than this one that I got from Carity. This says that it's a color corrector. However, to me, this looks like a foundation palette. I'm gonna put this with the rest of my foundation palettes for now, and then we can come back and look at them when I go through the foundations and see if I actually wanna keep it. This one from NYX, I don't know. I forgot about it, but I actually like the shades in it. It's barely been used. This might have to go in a travel case as well. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. So I ended up keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I ended up keeping 9 under eye or like color correcting type primers. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're gonna get through all 3 of these categories today. I know this is gonna be a long video. They're all gonna be long, but I need to do this. My level of primers is significantly bigger than what I consider my highlighters. And those are I got the color correctors, the highlighters, and the primers going on right now. So the highlighters are what I wanna look at right now. Some of these are priming highlighters, if that makes sense, more of like a luminous type base. I went through a phase where I really liked them. The one from IT Cosmetics was like a bronzer type thing. It was gorgeous. I love that color, especially when I had a tan. They discontinued it. So I think I went on a bender trying to find ones that are similar to it. This is the one, this is a Liquid Illuminator Beaming Light from Ulta Beauty. It's okay. It's not great. Here's another one. Lumi Glotion True Match. What did I say? L'Oreal Lumi Glotion True Match. But if I recall, it's really bronzy. Do I have anything else similar that I need to keep? You know what? When I put that on my skin and rub it in, it actually looks beautiful. This is not too glittery, too gleamy. I think it just gives you a natural sort of radiance. I actually like that. It doesn't smell bad. I think it's still okay. I don't think it's that old. I think it's only a few months old. We're gonna keep that one. Here's another Believe Beauty Radiant Primer. I got rid of the other Believe Beauty one. We're gonna get rid of that one too, just for the sake of the fact that I'm more than likely not going to use it. The Revlon Skin Lights, I loved this when it first came out. This is old AF. I need to get rid of that one too, just because it's pure old. I know it's old. I've got a Face Glow. This is a Natasha Denona Face Glow. I actually really have enjoyed this. I'm normally not a highlightery type person. This one is maybe a little dark, a little warm, but I think I really like it during the winter or during the summer months when I need just a little hint of something. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on that. And it's Natasha Denona. I have this one from Marc Jacobs. It's like a little travel size, and I don't think I'm gonna keep this one. I think I've had it for too long. Yeah, it's really gold and shimmery, and it has, I don't know if I have a bad smell, but I don't like the scent of it. So we're getting rid of that one. I picked up this one from Joa. It's called Crystal Light. I actually did a whole face full of Joa makeup, and I actually kind of liked this one. This one felt to me a little bit more like a stick foundation. Tinted Luminizer is what it's called. As I'm putting it on the back of my hand right now, I think I'm gonna pass. I've got too many of this stuff that I don't actually, we're moving on. Here's one that's an LA Girl Luminous Glow Skin Illuminator. I haven't even opened this one. Do I have another one? I picked it up in 2 different shades. I've got LA Girl Luminous Glow. Both of them say Skin Illuminator on them. One is in Afterglow and one of them is in Sunlit. I've really enjoyed the LA Girl eyeshadow palettes. I think I might keep these because they're not opened yet. And I think I want to test these out because I don't think I have. I think I bought them. If I have another one somewhere, I'm not sure where it is. Here's one I need to get rid of. This is the CoverGirl True Blend. It says Skin Primer, but it's an illuminating primer. I didn't care for this one at all. I felt like it brought up too much texture, so we're getting rid of that. Here's a Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator from NYX. I've used a couple of these now. This one's a little bit more of a bronzer shade, and I think when I initially got this, it was because I wanted to find that dupe for the IT Cosmetics one, and I don't think I'm gonna use that. I'm getting rid of that one too. I'm getting rid of more than I'm keeping. Here's another face highlighting stick from Ulta Beauty. I don't really care for these too much, and I think if I've got 1 or 2 in a different brand, we're gonna keep those instead, so I'm getting rid of that one. Here's another one from Believe Beauty. I'm swatching these on the back of my hand just to see if I'm not changing mine. This one actually looks kind of pretty. You know what? Let's put a little of this on and see what that does. Yeah, that picked up so much texture. Yeah, this one's good. This one's going away. I don't need something that's going to highlight texture here. Okay, here's one from Winky Lux that came in a subscription box. but I think it's, and I've used quite a bit of it, but I think it came a long time ago. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. It's pretty, but if I haven't used it more to remember if I like it or not, we're moving on from it here. Gotta get going. Okay, here's one from AOA Studio. This is called Wonder Skin Illuminating Primer. I think, oh yeah, this is almost like a champagne color. It's super liquidy. It's pretty on the skin though. I'm rubbing it on the back of my hand right now. Scent's not horrible. I think I've had this like a year though. And while it's pretty and looks like a nice kind of moisturizing primer, I probably could have this in my like primer category and not my illuminating one. I think because it's AOA Studio and the stuff's like $1, I think we're gonna get rid of it. If I decide I really need to find a good one again, I'll remember that that one's out there and come back to it. Here's one I actually really liked and I've used this a number of times. This is the QMS Medicare Active Glow Tinted Day Cream. This to me feels a little bit more like a tinted moisturizer, but with a little bit of a sparkle to it. Not sparkle, a little bit of a, well, maybe I can't even get it out. I think I've used quite a bit of this one. I feel like I've gotten a couple of these. All right, the pump doesn't work as much as I thought I was gonna keep this one. If I can't get the product out, we're moving on. This is kind of cutthroat. I'm getting rid of all kinds of stuff, huh? Here's one that I'm actually gonna keep. This is the Natasha Denona Glow palette. This one, it's not even a palette, it's like a compact. And I'm gonna put a little of this up here. Yeah, see, I don't feel like I get nearly as much texture as I did with this one. This one I think almost was a little bit too silvery. This one actually looks beautiful in the skin. Keeping the Natasha Denona. I don't know about the Dior one, you guys. This is a 4-pan highlighter palette. There's a pink one, a bronze one, kind of a champagne one, and an icy white one. I've barely used this, and it's Dior. I think I might have to keep this just because it's Dior. I'm not ready to part with that yet. Okay, Smashbox Photo Finish Advanced Primer. This is in shade Radiance. If I recall, this is a little on the old side. If I don't remember, it's going away. Okay. Merit Beauty has a nice little highlighter stick. This is in Cava. We're gonna keep that. This is really new, and I actually don't mind a highlighter stick. I think it's a little bit easier to control sometimes than the liquid. I think the stuff with the liquid though is that you need very little of it. Because of that, I'm gonna keep the Iconic Illuminator. I have one from Iconic and one from the Beauty Crop. I feel like the Beauty Crop one though is too light or too dark for me on my face. Yeah, I almost feel like this one, if the Beauty Crop, if anywhere, this needs to be like collarbones or something like that. By the time it's summer though, that's going to be considered too old. So we're going to keep the Iconic London one. This one's really pretty. I didn't get the one, at least I don't think I did. I don't think I got the one from Jacqueline that was like this. So we're going to keep the Iconic London because I think that's actually very pretty. Okay, here's two pans that I like both of them. I don't know if I need to keep both of them. This is one from Buxom, and it's called Wonderlust. Let me look at Wonderlust here. It's subtle. Wow, it blends in beautifully. I might have to keep the Buxom one. The one from Laura Geller, very creamy. I'm testing these side by side. The color's a little bit different. I'm not keeping the Laura Geller one. I'm gonna keep the Buxom one. Some of these are just like gut instinct. I have to go with how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm not gonna say I'm in a bad mood, but I'm in a mood to make some changes. We are going through a phase in my life. I'm not gonna call it nesting, but it's definitely where I'm cleaning up and I'm downsizing, and I just have to cut some of the clutter for my own mental health. Okay, here's one from Becca. I actually really like this. This is the backlight filter. This one's called I think it's a backlight priming filter. I've used so much of this. Look at how much of that I used. I really, really like this. So much so that I bought a brand new one. We're getting rid of the old one because I have the brand new one. Hopefully this is the exact same shade. Let me look here. Oh yeah, looks like it's exactly the same shade, and this is an unused fresh bottle. We're gonna keep the fresh bottle because I don't know how old the other one is. This is one that I thought I would like. This is another one from Becca. This is a Becca Ignite Liquefied Light Highlighter. There is so much in here. For someone who doesn't use liquid highlighters all that much, there's a ridiculous amount, and it's like a coppery bronze color. This is not the right shade for me. This would be great on a gorgeous dark rich skin tone, but on me there's no way. There's no way in any amount of summertime would I ever be that dark. Here's another one from H&M. It feels very thick and moussey. Oh yeah, still again with the copper. I don't know if you'll be able to tell this, but it's like a copper illuminator. We're getting rid of the H&M one too. Some of these were just poor choices. Okay, I have 4 here from Jacqueline Cosmetics. I think I'm keeping all of these. I love the package and I like the colors. This one is in a little pot called Balm Loose Highlighter. I don't think I kept any other loose highlighters. I'm gonna be my only loose highlighter. This is one that's a pressed highlighter. I don't really care for this package. It's like a cardboard. This one's called Star Power. And then I have another one. I didn't realize when I bought that one in Star Power that I already had a Star Power. I'm gonna keep both of them. One of them I might put into like my vacation bag. Probably don't need both of them. This one's called Iced. I love this packaging. Out of all of her new rebranding packaging, these ones are gorgeous. They feel luxurious to use. They don't stack though. You have to pretty much set them on their side, because if you stack them and then you got to maybe flip something and have it try to balance, and that's just not good. So we're keeping all 4 of those Jacqueline highlighters. They've all made the cut. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited because I bought this cabinet that has much smaller drawers, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit all this stuff into one drawer when it came out of a much bigger drawer. I think I've got it figured out. The last one in this particular category is going to be this one from Jones Road. I have a little tiny pot that I think might be in another container with some travel stuff in it. This one you have to kind of dig into, and then you have to kind of warm it up on your skin, and when you rub it in, and when you get it on, as long as you're using a little tiny bit, it's not too sticky. The minute you go too much and too overboard, it becomes really sticky. Your hair can stick to it. I hate that. This is really, really new. It's a new product launch. It's a new item to my collection. I want to still use this. I think this one and the Wet the Foundation, I'm going to actually probably try to use a little bit more this winter during colder, drier, parched skin months. This stuff, I think too, you can use it as a lip balm. That would be a big lip balm, but I think you can use it that way too. I think you can use it on a variety of different reasons. We are so close. I've got one more category for this video. I might need to find a drink here as I go through this. This last section are my primers. And I know I have more, but I think they might be in like travel cases right now. I thought I'd gotten rid of, I think I brought most of it out here, but I guess I didn't. Okay, I don't have these organized in a way for me to be able to go, okay, we're gonna start with hydrating or pore blurring or stick or illuminating. I guess we've already gotten through illuminating, huh? Illuminating, this is another one. This is the one from e.l.f. This is kind of like a crossover category here. This is an illuminating primer that's like the putty primer, but it's illuminating, and I don't use this. I don't use this because when I use the putty primer, I'm trying to fill in pores and blur. And this one, I don't know. Can I use it anywhere? I feel like I'm still kind of dark right here. Yeah, I don't think that's really me. Wait, I need to touch up my makeup, you guys. It's looking a little rough. I was hoping maybe I could use it like under my eyes, but that's not working either. So we're gonna get rid of that one. I have several e.l.f. putty primer type situations here. When you do like the e.l.f. Beauty Squad thing, then you place your order and then you get to choose some of the things. Some of these came with that. Yeah, so one of them is a matte universal, one of them is a poreless, and they're these little tiny ones. I'm gonna keep both of these because I think these are great travel sizes. I also picked up, this is one that came as an add-on or gift with purchase. This is the Sea Bright Putty Primer with 2% vitamin C. I might keep this one too because I feel like, especially on days that I'm getting dark, maybe the vitamin C will help a little bit. So I'm gonna keep those 3 because they're very, very small. I do have this Putty Primer Trio. I think this needs to go in a giveaway. These are completely unused. It's all 3 of them together. There's a poreless, a matte, and a luminous. I think if I keep the other small ones, I don't need these. So I'll put that in a giveaway. I've got several boxes together of stuff that I'm gonna do giveaways on. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that one because I'm working on it. I'm sure I have a poreless putty primer that's in one of my travel things. This one is unused and unopened. I'm gonna keep that in here. I do have a matte putty primer that I think is okay. I don't really get too shiny, but sometimes when I have makeup that is coming off as too shiny, I'll put a matte primer or a powder over the top to kind of tone it down. So this might have its uses. I'm not opposed to putting primer on top, like a matte or a pore filling on top of foundation. Sometimes it works well. I don't think you have to do it in one particular order, but I'm gonna keep the matte one. This one is the Cookies and Dream, Just the Cream Putty Primer. And I think it still smells a little bit like the center of an Oreo cookie. It actually looks like an Oreo cookie. This one I didn't love. I think I've been using it because it came recently. It's okay. This isn't, I think this is the pore filling. It doesn't say on it though. Should I keep it? I have that other one. Nope, we're getting rid of it. I've used that so much, but I really liked it. Okay, and then I have another one of the poreless putty primers. Yeah, this one actually I panned. There's a good sized divot right here in the middle of it. There we go. See, you can see the bottom of it. I've actually used one of these all the way through. I'm gonna keep this one because I'm almost done with it. Might actually just even keep it in here. For use while I'm in here. Oh shoot, I have another one of these sparkly primers. This is the MAC Strobe Cream. I have gone through one of these and I bought another one because I realized my other one was old and I'd used it all. 11 years ago, I would mix a drop of this with my foundation. Why do I have this? I mean, this one's not that old. This one's probably a year or two old, but I don't use it. Getting rid of it. Okay, oh, here's another one. This is the PS Prep and Perfect Skin Illuminator. This one actually came from Primark. I got this, I want to think almost 3 years ago. Yeah, and just even trying to get the top out of it, it came out solid. Gross. Getting rid of that one. Okay, what else do I have in here? I do have this Jecca Black Glow Drops. This says it's in Rose Pearl. I'm sorry these are kind of mixed up. They were borderline on top of each other. I might keep this one. I feel like I need to know more about Jecca Black. Have you guys used this product or used any of the Jecca Black? I know I got rid of something of it already, but actually that feels pretty good. Rose, let's see, Glow Drops, Rose Pearl. It says Glow Drops prep and brighten your complexion with a healthy natural glow. Yeah, I feel like in testing that on the back of my hand, I think it feels good. Yeah, we're gonna keep that one. Okay, where are we at here? Here's what I want to keep. This is a Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. This one's not that old. In fact, it's never been used. We're keeping that one. Something else I'm going to keep is these YSL little travel sizes. These came as, I think, a gift with purchase with something, and they're both blur primers. They do like have a little bit of suspended sparkle in them. They kind of reminded me a little bit of this one from NYX, this Honey Do Me Up. But I think I'm gonna keep the YSL ones. Should I get rid of the NYX ones? I can't remember if this is more of a gripping primer. Okay, it feels slimy. I don't know that I like that. It absorbs in and has a little bit of a tacky consistency. I think if I'm ever gonna use a gripping primer, this might be the one. This is the Honey Do Me Up primer base. We're gonna keep that one. I have to change my battery and then I'm gonna finish up my primers. Be right back. Okay, you guys, we're working through it here. This is my favorite SPF based primer. This is one from Milani. It's called SPF BFF. It's a SPF 30. I liked it so much, I bought a backup just so that I can have it. It's great in the summer. I'm getting ready to go on a trip where it's going to be very warm still. I don't know that I need two of these. Has one of them not been used? They're both practically full, practically brand new. I am really going on one trip in the next 4 months. It's going to be 4 months before I go on another trip where it's going to be warm. 2 months. You know what? Here's the thing. There's so much in here. Even if I use this every day, it would take me months to get through this. I don't need to hang on to two of these when I've got, in the next 6 months, probably at most 3 weeks in the next 6 months where I'll be anywhere where I need an SPF base. I have another SPF if I'm going to be out in like natural sun, or if I'm going to be doing anything where I'm a little bit concerned that I'm going to be exposed for too long. I have another SPF skincare that I use. I'm gonna keep one of these, but not the other. Cutting things down. Here's one. This is the Joa Heal Me. It's like a cooling and blurring primer. I think I got a whole kit of skincare for my son, like anti-acne type skin cream. I don't know what to do about this. I'm wondering if I shouldn't give this to my husband. Occasionally he gets skin, like his forehead will get a little red and irritated. It's not really a breakout, but it's almost like a rash. Not really even a rash. Rash implies bumps. It's just like splotchy redness. Helps stressed out skin experience a cooling sensation as our balancing primer smooths your complexion and calms the appearance of redness with a hydrating blend of centella, I don't even know, psych and aloe vera. I'm gonna give this to my husband. I won't use this myself because I don't really need it, but I'm gonna give it to my husband. Okay, I have a brand new Evermatte Poreless Prime Perfector from Becca. Do I need to keep this one? I'm all about a poreless primer. Has this ever been used? Let's see what this consistency. All right, blurring and poreless, huh? This feels like a little bit of a gripping primer as well. It is cooling though. That's an interesting. Evermatte Poreless Prime Perfector. Oh yeah, that totally mattified the back of my hand. Okay, we're keeping the Becca one though. I haven't used it. We're keeping that one. Okay, getting rid of though, this is one, I've loved this one. This is a makeup primer from Arbonne. I went through a whole, I don't even know where the cap is. I bought a bunch of Arbonne products years ago and I still never got all through this. And I feel like I use it. I use it periodically. I need to stop using it because it can't be good for my skin. Here's another one that I have 2 of. This is the Milani No Pore Zone mattifying primer. I have very much enjoyed this. One of them is not even opened. I'm gonna keep, I don't know if I should keep both of them. I shouldn't keep both of them. I'm gonna keep one of them. I'm gonna keep the one that's not opened yet. The other one, I'm gonna try to get through some of the other pore filling ones. This, I very much like this. I should almost give one away. Nope, I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna toss the old one. I don't think it's that old. I think it's 6 months old or so. Speaking of pore filling primers, this Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. Everybody raved about it. I didn't like it. I used it today. It didn't make my pores disappear magically. It's not really for me. Okay, I do have several of these from Too Faced. 2 of them I think are exactly the same. One's just smaller than the other. A Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, and then one is the Hangover Prescription Replenishing Face Primer. Came out in a clump. This one's old. If it comes out and it's already got a solid plug in it, we're getting rid of it. Okay, what about the other ones here? Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Some of these I'm trying to remember when I had nice. Some of the Too Faced stuff, these are primed and peachy. Some of the Too Faced stuff has a scent to it, and depends on the scent, but I might not mind it. They both smell exactly the same. I think I might have gone on both the same. I don't think they're that old, so I'm gonna keep both of these. Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer infused with peach and sweet fig milk. One of them I think is a good travel size. I might keep that in my work travel kit. The other one is a little bit bigger I can use here. Okay, I'm not upset with the way these are going. Essence High Beauty Hydrating Primer. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I don't really need CBD in my skincare. Here's what I'm gonna keep. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow. Little bit shiny, but we're gonna keep it because it's Charlotte and we like Charlotte. Here's one that everybody raved about too. This is the NYX Angel Veil. I've used this a few times and I wasn't wowed by it. Let me put some on the back of my hand. This looks like. I think it was just like a perfectly, to me it felt, when I've used it before, it felt, oh no, huh. Okay. I'm changing my mind on that one. Now as I put on the back of my hand, that feels great. Definitely mattifying, so if you have super dry skin, you might not need this, but the back of my hand looks primed and really blurred. Okay, this is good that I'm doing this because then I can see it as I go and I go, wait, no, actually that'll work. This next one here is one from Fenty Beauty. I've used this a lot lately. Have I used it all up? Okay, nope, haven't used it all up. This one almost feels like it's more skincare than primer. So I don't think I've kept a lot of like hydrating ones so far. I'm gonna keep the Fenty just because it feels almost like a hydrating primer, which I might need. Speaking of another one I'm gonna keep, this is the Magic Primer Anti-Shine Flawless Base. This is from Natasha Denona. This is Natasha Denona Prime Magic Primer. I'm keeping this one. I use that quite a bit and I like it. A couple that I'm not going to keep. Here's a Flower Beauty Illuminating Primer. Again, I just don't use illuminating primers all that much anymore. Here's one from A+. This is like the Shop Miss A, AOA Studio type thing. This is the No Pore. I think I maybe used this one time. Don't need to keep it. I've had it now for a couple years. This Profusion Face Primer. Has this ever even been used? Yeah, I used it for a video one time. Don't need it, don't want it. Here's another AOA Aqua Hydrating Face Primer. I kept that other one from Fenty, so I don't need another one. I'm not gonna keep that one. BH Studio Pro Anti-Shine, Anti-Brilliance. So it's weird that you got, you know, some that like bring out the shine and then other ones just try to take it away. This one's almost moussey in consistency. I can't say that I like it. It has a weird slick feeling afterwards. We're moving on. I had to clean, every now and then I gotta take some micellar water and clean all the primer and all the swatches and stuff off the back of my hand. Okay, what else do we have here? We have Flower Beauty In Your Prime Pore Minimizing Primer. I think I'm gonna keep Filtered Effects from Thrive Cosmetics instead. It's weird making these kind of like this or that type of choices. Here's one that's a silicone-free primer from Wet n Wild called Impossible Primer. I don't remember this one at all. And it's so impacted on the end. This is old. There's a reason why I didn't remember it, because it's been forever since I've used it. Okay, we're winding down here. Here's one that I've really liked. This is a mineral primer, oil-free, broad spectrum, SPF 15, which is basically negligent for me. This is the Hourglass Veil. I've been using up a smaller travel size one. If you want to try this, Sephora does have the smaller travel size. I think the travel size is maybe 20 bucks. This one I've used quite a bit of with the frosted glass. I can't almost tell, but I'm going to keep this one and use it all the way through. I feel like this one is, again, more like skincare, but it does blur. This one kind of pilled up a little bit here, but I think it's my skin was wet. Yeah, this one's more of a blurring primer, not necessarily like a heavy impacted. It's not grippy. It is a little bit mattifying. I like that one. We're going to keep that one. Here's one that I'm probably not going to keep. In Love with Cocoa Primer Serum from Wet n Wild. I think this one smells like chocolate, right? Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. There's no way in the morning you need something that is that potent in scent. Coffee, yes. Chocolate, first thing in the morning, I don't think it's gonna work for me. Here's one that I've used off and on. This is the Georgette Klinger Marula Primer. This is a moisturizing primer too. I've used this predominantly in here when I'm between makeups and I'm taking off and putting on and taking off and putting on, because this is super, it goes on like a gel, but it absorbs into your skin, so it feels more like skincare than primer. Yeah, I like that as almost like a moisturizer. Marula Primer, yeah, it's super hydrating. Really like that. Okay, we'll probably keep using that because I like the consistency of it. I think you need to have the variety, right? Here's one from Makeup Revolution. It's called a Pore Blur and Prime Primer. So, because I don't remember it, let's just see here. This feels like a pore filling primer too, blurring. It's not bad. I don't know about that one. As I'm looking at my other primers, I think it's very similar to the Too Faced one. I probably don't need. I'm looking at what I have left and what's left size-wise in this box to see if I actually want to keep it. Pore Blur and Prime Primer from Makeup Revolution. As it's on the back of my skin, it's not bad. But if I have to think about it that much, we need to get rid of it. Here's another one that's almost gone. This is one from Marc Jacobs. I had a small one too. Oh, here it is. So I've got two of these from Marc Jacobs. One of them is, okay, they're both invisible undercover, but this one is more than halfway gone. I enjoyed it. It's fine. This one is the small little travel size. Oh yeah. And that one feels more like skincare too. I feel like I've had this one a long time though. We're getting rid of the Marc Jacobs, little mini Marc Jacobs too. Okay, what else do I have here? This one from Ulta Beauty, this hydrating face primer. Get rid of that one. I don't know that I need a lot of these little tiny ones. Some of them maybe are okay for travel with, but some of them are just not necessary. This one from Kula, again, little tiny size, travel size, Dawn Patrol Classic Primer. It is SPF 30, but I can't remember when I got it, so we're getting rid of it. Okay, here's a NYX Pore Filler one. I think this one's okay. I got rid of recently several from C Color Cosmetic that were the same kind of a thing. I'm getting rid of this one. I'm gonna get rid of that one and keep the one from Milk. Milk has a pore filling stick as well. Yeah, we're keeping the Milk one. Good, keeping the this or that. This is helping me immensely, you guys. Here's another NYX pore filler. I think out of the two of these, I think out of this one, I think I'm gonna keep the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Primer. We're gonna keep that one instead of the NYX. Here's another Marc Jacobs primer. This is another undercover blurring coconut face primer. I don't remember, is coconut bad for your skin? I feel like there was some mixed reviews on it. That actually feels less like a hydrator and more like a blurring pore filter, and it still smells good. So I think this might be my more recent out of all the Marc Jacob ones. This is the 31 Blur Fection. I'm gonna keep that one. That will actually feel good to have like in a travel. Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer Grip. I think I only have one other really good gripping primer in here, and that's one unused. We're gonna keep that one. This is a tinted primer, and I think it reminds me of the Jason Wu one. This one's from Essence though. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Jason Wu one. This one's almost a little bit creamier. Again, Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer. This one's in Nude Beige. I actually like that one. This one always feels like it would be good if you're just gonna run to the gym, or you know, it's an early Saturday morning and you have to go do a coffee run or something. That actually feels pretty good. Huh, I need to try this on a different spot on my hand here. I tried it on the inside of my wrist, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't try it on a different spot. I haven't kept too much essence. Yeah, I actually like that. I think that would be good for those like no makeup days. So this one I'm gonna keep. That's a surprise. I'm surprising myself here. Here's one that's a little sample size of Dior. I'm gonna keep that one. I haven't even used it yet. Here's one I think I'm going to get rid of. This is the Revolution Pro Hydro Matte Primer. So it's like a hydrating, it says thirst quenching primer infused with collagen and antioxidants, mattifies and preps the skin for makeup application. This is perfectly fine. It's halfway gone and it's not new. So we're getting rid of that one. Here's another one. I think I barely used this. I think I used it one time. This one is from Profusion Cosmetics. It says Feel Good Longwear Skin Perfector, Hyaluronic Acid, Medium and Full Coverage, Natural Satin Finish. You know what this is? This is a moisturizer. I'm putting this, or yeah, I'm putting that in my foundation stuff. We'll deal with foundation in a different video. Too foundation-y. Here's one I can't part with. This is one from Ofra Cosmetics. This is their Northern Lights. You'd think by Northern Lights that it would be sparkly and illuminating and stuff. I'm making a pretty good dent in this. No, I'm not. I still have a lot of this left to go. I've been really enjoying this. I got a sample card that had some of the Ofra primers in it. And at first I was like, oh, Northern Lights, that's going to be all shiny and sparkly and Aurora Borealis. And it's not. It's just a hydrating primer. Really good hydrating primer. I'm going to get rid of the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Primer. This one I feel like is more oily. Yeah, it's like a weird shiny gel. It's not bad, but I think I've had it for a while. We're getting rid of that one. Okay. We're getting down to the last here. Looks like we're doing this keeping one, get rid of one. Here's, I didn't keep any of the other, I don't have any other hydrating face mists except for the ones from Makeup Revolution. I have, I think, 3 of them that I really like. This e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist, I wonder if I should keep this one. It's a pretty aggressive spray. You know what? Nope, not gonna keep it. I got rid of things for less. The Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Bright Primer, I really like this one. This is a great size for travel too. So I'm gonna keep that one because I really do enjoy it. One I've never even used, this is the Dr. Brandt Backlight Primer. This sounds like an illuminating primer, huh? Let's see. Dr. Brandt's a good line. I hate to get rid of. It's a little shiny, but not too bad. Okay, it's not sparkly. It looks like a healthy glow. I'm gonna keep the backlight primer. I'm getting close. I'm getting close on this box of things that I'm actually gonna keep. Here's another one that I should probably keep. This is the Jekka Black Hydrating Primer. I've never even used this, but it's a small like travel size, so that might be good. Hydrating primer for travel. Let me see here. I'm gonna try a little swatch of it in the back of my hand and just kind of see. Oh, it hasn't used. You know what? Because it hasn't even been opened, I'm gonna keep this for a later date. I'll decide if I get rid of, if I go through hydrating primers and then decide I still need something, I'll try it out. And then I'll make the decision whether or not I think it's good. If it's not good, I'm just gonna get rid of it. It came in a subscription box, so it's not like I went out and bought it specifically. I don't really know anything about the Jekka Black line. Here's another one I don't really know anything about. This is a Perfect Primer, EVO Beauty. I think this also came in a subscription. Let's see what this looks like here. This one's never been used either. We're gonna keep this one. The foil is still on it. We're gonna keep that one and try it at a later time. I hate to keep things that I haven't actually tried because I don't know, but if they're brand new, then I think they'll keep for a little bit longer. Tarte Base Tape. I have to see what this looks like. It's almost a little base tape. I'm trying to decide if this is like a tacky, like a gripping primer, and it doesn't seem to have as much stick as some of the other ones. I don't really love a gripping primer all that much. Double Duty Beauty Hydrating Primer. Okay, so this one says it's a hydrating primer. I kept so many other hydrating primers. Do I need to keep the Tarte? Oh, we're getting rid of it. Okay. We're down to some interesting choices here. I have one from Clinique. This is a Pore Refining Solution Instant Perfector. I feel like this is old. This looks like it's been a little beat up. We're gonna get rid of that without even looking at it because I don't remember how long I've had it and I think it's time for it to go. Here's another one, Laura Geller Spackle Treatment Even Tone Makeup Primer. I think this one's old too. This one's like almost like a tinted moisturizer. Spackle implies that it's got some high coverage, and this one just really doesn't. It's hydrating. It's a little grippy. It doesn't smell bad. Apply to clean skin. Follow with makeup or wear alone for a natural radiant look. Yeah, I got a little bit of radiant glow in it, but I feel like I have other radiant primers, so we're getting rid of that one. That was easy to decide on, just because I've kept other ones in the same category. All right, I'm down to like the last couple ones that I just haven't haven't decided on. Okay, this is one from Jason Wu. This is oil primer, and it kind of separated a little bit. I haven't had it that long, but as I'm trying to shake it up, the fact that it required me to shake it up so much, and it looked a little chunky. Let me try dropping this in the back of my hand here. If I recall, this is one that goes on like an oil, and your skin drinks it up, and as it dries down, it gets really matte, which I think is really beautiful. I don't have any other oil-based primers. We're gonna keep that one for now. I might end up decluttering that sooner than later, because if it breaks up that much and looks like there's floaty bits in it, that's not good. Okay, you guys, help me decide on these two. There's a NYX Plump It Right Back with electrolytes, and then another, the marshmallow primer. Both of these are supposed to have like good skinned ingredients. I don't know. I like the smell of the marshmallow primer. It's just, it feels like a hydrating primer, right? I feel like not very many people like this. Like, they liked it when it first came out, but then they were like, why do we need this? The Plump It Right Back, I think this is one that like Allie Glines really liked. I think I'm gonna keep this one. This one smells good. It says skin instantly looks and feels plump, use alone or with foundation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that one. That's almost a little bit more skincare-y than this one. Yeah, this one doesn't really say, I mean, I know that it's supposed to have like marshmallow root. I don't know what that does, but and it smells good. I just don't think I need it. And when I look at the back of my hand, I think I like the hydration level that's in the Plump It Right Back. So we're getting rid of that one. The Jacqueline, you guys. What do I do with this? So many people didn't enjoy this. This is like a tinted, I don't like the smell. Oh, sorry, Jacqueline. We're getting rid of this. That hurts my feelings because it's not old. It's not old at all. It's relatively new. Okay, keep getting rid of the stuff on the back of my hand right now. I have one brand in front of me, and I've got two brands. I just thought they were the same one. I've got some of these Maybelline ones. One of them is the SPF 30 Master Prime. The other one says just Master Prime, and the other one says Hydrate and Smooth. Okay, so one of them says, so we've got Hydrate and Smooth. I think I'm getting rid of that one. Do I have one that's like a smaller travel size Hydrate and Smooth? Let me think on that one. This one says Blur, Pore Minimize. I think this has like, does this have silicone in it? Yeah, I think this is a silicone-based primer, and I don't think I need that. I don't think that helps my skin at all. This one is an SPF 30 that's a primer plus base. It is not a base as in like a base foundation. Because I kept that Milani, do I need to keep this one? I think it's old. I'm getting rid of it. Okay, and then I've got 3 of these MAC little primers. They look like 2 of them are the same, one of them is different. One of them says Natural Radiance Base. The other 2 say Skin Base Visage. These were free with something. I'm getting rid of them. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this Master Prime. This might be a good one for vacation. Okay, you guys, I had the picture that's in the thumbnail with the whole table, that was almost all of it. I found a few more in my cabinet as I was going. This is all I'm keeping. This is this medium size-ish box will fit into the drawer that I have set aside, plus what I need in here for filming. I feel so much better about myself, you guys. I got rid of so much. I feel like a weight has been lifted, which is kind of the whole point of doing this. I'm gonna come back in the next few days and bring you back the next category. I think I need to do concealers, and I need to do foundation. Which one do I want to do? I'm gonna have to do foundation. I'm gonna do foundation, and then it's going to be ridiculous hard because foundation's expensive. If you guys like this kind of painful, culling, deep cluttering of just crap that I've accumulated over the last few years, pretty much most of this has been the last few years of me having this YouTube channel. So some of them are old. I think we made a good dent. I felt good. If you like this, if this is therapeutic to you, and this encourages you to look at your own stuff and go, am I keeping it just to keep it, or do I need to cut bait? If this helps you guys in some way, please stick around. Give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on my way towards 1,000 subscribers, but I've got some ways to go left. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this long. I know this is ridiculous. Some of it, yeah. You guys saw my method. Yes or no? Not a lot of conversation. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. And until my next video, bye for now.